In this video, I'm going to provide a full demonstration of the SalesScripter software application. I'm going to go through all of the different features working down this sidebar here on the left side. And this might be a fairly long video and demonstration, so I will put a timestamp in the video for each feature if you want to bounce around and skip ahead. But starting here at the top, the first area here in SalesScripter is an area called the Sales Message Builder. And if you've watched any of our videos on YouTube, you might know that our approach to improving and optimizing sales all starts with creating an optimum sales message for what to say and ask. And we provide a step-by-step sales message brainstorming process in our videos, and our software aligns with that process, providing you with tools and a place to go through and brainstorm the optimum set of benefits and pain points and questions to ask for the product or service that you sell. But what is really cool is you can use AI to create the first version of your sales message in a matter of seconds. And to show you how this works, what we've done is we've integrated our sales message brainstorming process with AI, specifically ChatGPT. And what you can do is enter the product or service you sell and then enter the target audience that you're going to be communicating with or selling to. And if you click start, what is going to happen now is that SalesScripter is going to work with ChatGPT, and ChatGPT is going to do all of the copywriting for your sales message, creating a list of features, differentiation, benefits, pain points, pain questions, current state questions. Each of these sets of bullet points are what we refer to as your building blocks. And the way the software works is then once you have your sales message and building blocks, the software then uses those to create a full sales playbook for you that will include sales scripts, email templates, voicemail scripts, and more. And to show you what the sales playbook includes, I'll start at the first page here, which are sales scripts. This is basically a folder of scripts that are created by the software by mixing and matching your different building blocks. And to show you what one of these looks like, I'm just going to click on the first one here, which is a cold call script that opens with your value proposition. And if I click on document view, this is a script that's generated by the software. And this is more of a traditional view of a script, looking like a document that you would scroll from top to bottom. So this is one way to view a script in the document view. You can also view all of our scripts in what we call the interactive view. This is actually what most of our customers use and like. And this is that exact same script, but displayed in sort of a heads up view that is helpful to have up in front of you when you're maybe making calls or talking with a prospect. And it displays that exact same information, but instead of a document that you scroll from top to bottom, this displays that same information with big buttons, and it's designed to make it easier to get to the key thing to say at the right time when you're talking with a prospect. And the other nice thing about this view is that we're able to display many different documents from your sales playbook in this single view. For example, on the left side here is your call script or your appointment script. On the right side over here are your objections and objection responses, which is a totally different document in the playbook. And you can click on these buttons over here to see responses for these different objections or frequently asked questions. And you can create different responses for those objections depending on maybe when the objection comes up or how the prospect is responding or acting. And at the top of the interactive script are some buttons here. On the left side here are buttons where you can actually log the calls that you make or the emails you send or the voicemails you leave. And this allows you to basically document a check mark for all of your different sales activities when you're performing prospecting. And you'll be able to see this data in the reports and on your dashboard. And you can either use this for motivating yourself and tracking your performance and progress, or communicating with management what you're working on and how productive you are. Now, all of this is completely customizable and very easy for you to edit. You can edit the labels on these buttons, add more buttons, and easily edit the text here in the body of these scripts. Our software generates scripts and creates a whole sales playbook for you, but we have many customers that come to us that already have a script that they're completely happy with. They just want to distribute that script to their salespeople and provide a central place for their salespeople to access the script and and then have tools to display the script when they're on the phone or making calls. And they sign up with SalesScripter and use this interface to display the script they already have and can easily create these buttons and objections and text using their own script and make the script your own. SalesScripter is also able to use your building blocks to create email templates for many of the common sales situations you find yourself in, sending a cold email to a prospect you've never spoken to, following up after meetings, following up after voicemail messages, checking back in. And the way the software is able to do this is that if we know the benefits your product delivers or the problems your product helps to solve, we can use information like that to create email messages. And to show you what one of these looks like, these email templates are plain text and they're very minimal on the word count. So they're designed to minimize the instant delete, and they pull in the key details from your optimized sales message to give you a starting place for email messages for all of these common situations you're going to find yourself in again and again. And is this a perfect email message? Not necessarily, but it's a great starting place for you. Instead of just looking at a blank email and starting from zero, you can start from these email templates and modify them, make them your own, and personalize them for the prospect you're reaching out to. Now, one thing these email templates also do is with your building blocks, we can create multiple email messages that you can send to prospects. So when a prospect is not replying, instead of sending the same message and just following up saying, I'm bumping this up in your inbox, or I'm following up with you again, did you see my last email? You can send them a different email message that uses a different building block and builds on your effort to educate the prospect on who you are and why they should talk to you. And the software actually does this work of creating a series of email messages for you. And you can see that where we have cold email threads. This is a series of emails that the software has created for you using your different building blocks, starting with your benefits you offer, pain points solved, customer example, questions you want to ask, product details, and a last attempt email. This is a cold email series that is ready to go. And you can use this to very quickly create and build a cold email campaign around. And SalesScripter can also use your building blocks to create voicemail scripts, lists of questions to ask, and a number of different marketing documents. And the next main feature of SalesScripter is the Sales Simulator, an AI version of a sales prospect that you can practice selling to and practice your sales pitch. And this is a great tool to use maybe when you're starting your day or just before you're about to spend an hour making calls, or maybe after a long weekend, that you can use to warm up, refresh your mind with your script or your pitch. When you're on the phone or talking with a prospect, you're fresh, ready to go, and know what to say. And the AI that we use for this is also ChatGPT. And if you know anything about ChatGPT, it is ready to play along with whatever product or service you sell and whatever you say. All you have to do is click start to get going. But you can certainly try to customize the AI so that it's more knowledgeable about what you sell in your scenario with all these fields on the left. You can specify what type of sales scenario or sales situation you want to practice. You can specify the level of difficulty. You can choose from friendly, medium, or difficult. You can let the AI know what product you sell, what prospect's title or type of prospect you're selling to is. You can let the AI know any specific objections you want them to say and practice. And there's an open field here where you can tell the AI any additional details. And the way all these fields work is that all the information you enter over here is going to be put into the prompt that is sent over to ChatGPT and to the AI. So this is all optional, but you can put in as much or as little as you want when you're practicing. And all I'm going to do is I'm just going to put it on medium and show you what this looks like.
Hello, this is Alex.
Hey, Alex, it's Michael Halper from SalesScripter. Did I catch you in the middle of anything?
I'm a bit busy right now. What is this regarding?
Reason for the call is we help businesses to get more productivity out of their reps.
Is this a sales call trying to promote a service?
Well, not necessarily. I'm just reaching out, trying to have a first conversation.
I see. We already have a system in place though.
Oh, are you guys using any type of sales methodology today?
Yes, we have a methodology we follow. Why do you ask?
So as you can see, it does a really good job of playing along regardless of what you sell and a really great tool to help you to warm up, wake up, refresh your mind with what you need to be saying and asking. And if you want more or less objections, all you have to do is adjust the difficulty setting. Now, we also allow you to access that same role play software functionality directly from your sales script so that you can have your sales script up in front of you when you're practicing your pitch with the AI software. And the next main feature in SalesScripter is a tool called the Email Guesser. And this is a tool that I actually created because when I was a salesperson, I was assigned to sell to executives, and I could get the name of an executive, a CFO for a company very easily on a website or in a financial document. And I figured out that if I knew the person's first name, last name, and the company they work for, I could guess their email address because their email address is going to be some combination of those three values. And I would guess their email address and send them an email. And if it bounces as undeliverable, I would try a different combination of those values. And usually within about 2 to 3 attempts, I could send an email that would stop bouncing. And that process of guessing email addresses actually works. But as you can tell from that explanation, it can be a bit clunky and cumbersome. And the tool of the email guesser uses that logic, but saves you a tremendous amount of time, because if you know someone's name, and I'll just do this for myself, and the website for where they work, there's an 80 to 85% chance you can guess this person's business email address. And what our software does is if you click guess email, the software is going to basically run different combinations of those values and send a test ping out to the email servers and see which of those emails is deliverable, meaning there is the correct email address for that person. And as you can see here are the results with the correct email address for that person. So the really cool thing is we actually use this tool internally here at SalesScripter for our prospecting. We'll go out to LinkedIn and do searches for VPs of sales, directors of sales, and we can find our target prospects at any company we're trying to talk to. And in a matter of seconds, using their LinkedIn profile, which will give you their first name, last name, and you can see the company they work for, and click to get the company website address. And you can get those values within a matter of seconds, plug those into the email guesser, and not only get their email address, but get their business email address, which is the main email you want to get. You don't want to be sending emails to their LinkedIn inbox or get the email address that you get when you become connections with them, which might be their personal email address or their Gmail address. This will get you into their business inbox, which is where you want to be and where they spend most of their time looking. And the next feature is the CRM. And this is an optional upgrade. If you already have a CRM, there's a package you can purchase that does not include this, and you don't have to pay for this. But if you do not have a CRM, SalesScripter includes a full functioning CRM that has all of the main features that any other CRM will have. You can create tasks for yourself for what you need to do, such as callbacks and reminders. You can import a list of contacts or leads. You can import a list of accounts or businesses. You can create opportunities or leads that you're tracking through your pipeline. So all of the main standard CRM stuff, I'm not going to show you any of that because if you use a CRM, you've seen all that before. But what I am going to do in this demo is show you some of the features in our CRM that are different and that you probably won't see in any other CRM. And one of the ways that our CRM is different is that it has a gamification feature called Prospect Points. Prospect Points is a game and an analytics reporting feature that creates points for both the prospect and the salesperson. The points for the prospect are called quality points, and these are added or deducted depending on what the prospects you're reaching out to and interacting with do. And then there are also pursuit points, which are points that the salesperson that's reaching out to the prospect will accrue when they perform different sales activities. Now, some of these points are automatically generated when emails are sent out because when prospects open your emails and click on links, quality points are added. When a salesperson sends emails through the CRM to the prospect, pursuit points are added, and this allows you to see this visual representation of what's going on with the prospect and with the salesperson. So some of this data is collected automatically with the salesperson not having to do anything. But certainly as the salesperson interacts with the prospect during phone conversations or in meetings, there are details that can be logged and added and more data and points that can be added to the system. And the place that you can do that is this button here that says prospect points. The best practice would be after every call you make, after every meeting you have, the very next thing you do is you come to your contact and you click on prospect points. This button and this page is similar to what you would see in other CRMs where the button usually says log a call. And when you click log a call, there's usually an open text field for the salesperson to type out all the details of that call. Now, this is going to be better than that for a few reasons. First of all, there's many different types of interactions that you would want to log in addition to calls. You should log the meetings you have. What we've done is we've broken out most of the main different interaction types you can have with prospects. And in each of these categories, we've done the job of listing out the most common things that happen in that type of interaction. You called them, they answered your call. And what you can do is you can select what happened without having to type any of your notes. And depending on what you select, we add or deduct quality and pursuit points. And we've also gone on to provide pre-populated lists of what might happen during that interaction in terms of the information you gather, how the prospect interacts with you, the different objections that they might say, and how the interaction might have ended. You can certainly add any additional notes that weren't in the pre-populated list. And if there's any follow-up required, such as another follow-up call or another meeting, you can easily schedule that with just a couple clicks. Now, what I just showed you is extremely powerful because in just a matter of seconds, we logged tremendous amount of detail of what happened in that interaction. All of those details are going to be logged as a note in the activity history of that contact. We logged all these details without even typing anything. So you're able to capture all the most important details of all the different interactions very quickly. Our points have updated, continuing to add to the picture for what's going on with this lead that we're trying to sell to. And for sales management, all of this data is being put into a central place where you're able to run a report on all these different details for all of your different salespeople and see how often certain objections are coming up and see exactly what's going on across the sales team. In addition to logging that history, we also very quickly scheduled a follow-up task for us, which is going to be on our task list to call them back next week. Now, if you're looking at that and you're saying, that's interesting, but I don't know if my salespeople are going to stay on top of using that feature and inputting that data, the way that you can roll this out is that you can roll it out as a game. The game is called Prospect Points. And the salespeople will be motivated to log details of their different interactions with prospects and stay on top of that, because when they do that, they are going to be accruing pursuit points for themselves. And the pursuit points are a way for them to communicate to management that they're working hard and that they're performing sales activities, because in a normal sales organization, the main way that they're able to communicate that is by generating leads and closing deals. But there is a lot of activity and effort put in between those events. And this is a way for salespeople to communicate to management what they're doing each day and that they are working hard. For the salesperson, they can easily see the effort they're putting in every day, and this can help them to have a feeling of accomplishment and increase and maintain their level of motivation. The salesperson will also be able to see how they rank against their peers in terms of the quality points and pursuit points. And this is another way that you can use pursuit points to gamify selling and increase motivation across the sales team. The quality points data can also make it much more clear what prospects you or the salesperson should spend their valuable time pursuing. For example, I have a list here of 4,000 people that have attended webinars. Now, you could assume that since all of these contacts attended webinars, these are all good leads that we should spend time calling. But when you incorporate the quality point data, you will see that that's not the case. If I go to the bottom of the list, these are prospects that attended a webinar, but they have 0 quality points. Without the quality points data, we might spend our valuable time calling these people because they attended a webinar. But these are not good leads, and we should not invest time in these leads, and we are able to make that decision because of the quality points data. The CRM also makes it very easy to send out and automate your emails. You can very easily select any of the email templates that are created or saved in the sales playbook, send those out one at a time to contacts that are in the CRM, or you can create email campaigns, which are strings of emails designed to go out over a period of time in a fully automated set it and forget it way. And SalesScripter is able to track email opens and email clicks of links that you put into your email messages. And each of those activities will also create quality points, making it very easy for you to see the prospects that are engaging with the emails that you're sending out. The CRM does include a package that you can upgrade to that includes a phone, dialer, and SMS functionality. With that package, you'll have a soft phone that is built into the application, allowing you to perform click to dial directly from contacts, as well as dialer functionality that will allow you to dial down a list of contacts. And to demonstrate this, if you click dialer here at the top, the prospect will be called, and as soon as the call is ended, you're taken to a prospect points page to log the details that happened. And after you log the details of what happened, if you click save and resume dialer, those details will be logged with the contact you called, and then the dialer will move on to the next contact on the list and allow you to work down a list in a very efficient and automated way. SalesScripter also has a job board inside of it, and the reason why we created this is because we have 2 different types of users that are inside of SalesScripter every day. We have, of course, salespeople using this application to become a better salesperson. We also have sales managers and business owners that use SalesScripter to train their salespeople. And we see a huge benefit in connecting those people because there are often salespeople who are looking for a new opportunity, and sales managers will frequently be looking for new salespeople. So we created this place for those 2 groups of people to find each other by posting jobs and posting their profiles. And the real benefit in this job board is that if a sales manager is using SalesScripter and maybe the SalesScripter sales methodology for asking questions and getting around objections, if that sales manager finds a salesperson that's already familiar with this tool set and the overall approach, he or she will be very easy to onboard for that sales manager because all they have to do is just give them access to their SalesScripter information, questions, and objection responses, and they can hit the ground running. And one last thing on this job board, if you are a business owner or a sales manager and you have your salespeople working in SalesScripter, your internal salespeople will not see the job board. So you don't have to worry about your employees that you give access to SalesScripter seeing jobs from another SalesScripter user or another company. SalesScripter also includes a set of recruiting tools. We don't talk a lot about these on our website, but these are tools that we created for our own internal use to help us with interviewing and asking good interview questions and then screening the applicants we interview to make the best decision in terms of who we hire. And we've decided to include these with our SalesScripter Pro Edition because there's a lot of sales managers and business owners out there, and those individuals are likely also interviewing and hiring new salespeople, and these tools can probably help you. So there is an area here called the Interview Builder. This is a step-by-step workflow to take you through creating an optimum set of interview questions in a similar way that SalesScripter helps you to create an optimum set of questions to ask when you're selling your product or service. This is a process that creates an optimum set of interview questions. And then there's an applicant tracking feature, which will allow you to load up the different people you're interviewing. And in a similar way to how you can score prospects in the SalesScripter CRM, there are features that allow you to add points to the prospects you're interviewing based on how they answer your different interview questions. And the last area that I'll show you here in this demo is the training resources. This is an area where we've put videos to help you or your salespeople with learning how to use the SalesScripter application. But the main thing I'll show you here is this area here called Sales Training. This is a folder or set of videos that have nothing to do with the SalesScripter application. These are sales training videos pulled from our sales methodology that we call the Smart Sales System. This is our sales training program. These videos are actually all on YouTube, and you or your salespeople can access these videos there for free. But what we've done is we've displayed that same training program inside a SalesScripter, and this might be more interesting for the sales manager or business owner because for each module, we've created a 5-question quiz. And so what you can do is you can use our training program as part of your sales training or your new hire onboarding, and you can send those salespeople here. And the quiz allows you to see who's doing the training or how far along they are in the training. And so this should help save you a lot of time with training the new salespeople you hire. And that is pretty much it. If you want more information or you want a more in-depth demonstration or a tailored demonstration based on your needs, feel free to reach out and we would be glad to schedule a one-on-one personalized demonstration and would look forward to meeting with you.